YouTube, how you doing? Murph here, bringing you a product comparison video. Today I'm going to be comparing the Ducky 12 SF versus the Ducky 12 TKL. These keyboards are both very similar. One is obviously a 65% keyboard, whereas the TKL is a 10 keyless. And we're just going to kind of go through some of the similarities and differences between the two. This is not going to be a full-on product review. I've reviewed both of these in depth on my channel previously, so if you guys are interested in actually seeing the full reviews, I will put a link to those in the description down below. Be sure to go check those out. This video is mostly just going to touch on some of the similarities and differences. So we'll start with the similarities. Both of these are premium keyboards offered by Ducky. They both come in black and white. Both are made of the same materials. Both of them have double shot PBT keycaps and high quality, high density plastic bases. They both are made with the same RGB technology, so both have very bright, very vibrant backlit RGB LEDs. Both of these come packaged very well and include the same accessories. If you've seen my full product reviews, you know that both of these keyboards come with a regular and custom spacebar, which you see the custom ones on there here. And both of them come with a randomized color keycap. I've got blue here on the TKL, so you can see what that looks like on the enter key. My SF also came with blues. My Ducky 12 Mini came with like a reddish pink color. So it really just depends on what batch you get will determine what spacebar and what color keycaps you receive. It also comes with a high quality USB Type-C cable and a key removal tool, as well as a small instruction manual just to kind of help you get started with these keyboards. Both of these keyboards are very durable and rigid. Neither one of them have very much flex or any kind of bending or creaking at all. And both of them have the same height adjustment feet on the bottom, so you're going to be able to find that perfect typing angle. And the other similarity between these are going to be the switch options. Both of these offer the same switch types. They're Cherry MX switches, and they've got a variety to choose from. I've got the silent reds here, but they come in a huge variety. I know they come in browns, blues, reds, silent reds, and I think there's a few others as well. You can go check them out on the website. So you've got plenty of switch options to choose from, and Cherry MX switches are very high quality. Most people swear by them, so you know you're going to get a great typing experience with either of these keyboards. That's pretty much all that comes to mind as far as the similarities. Now when we talk about differences, the main one you're going to see up front is obviously the size. The SF is a 65% keyboard, whereas the TKL is missing that numpad. So there is a size difference. They both sit at about the same height, but the Ducky 12 TKL is about 2 inches longer and about 1.75 inches wider than the SF. Now, in that additional size, you do get a couple of things that you don't get with the SF. The first being more of these kind of function keys up here. You can see the SF only has delete, page up, page down. The TKL has all of those, plus it has end, home, print screen, screen lock, pause, all of that. And you can see here the dedicated arrow keys are kind of spaced out from the keyboard like you would find on a typical full-size keyboard, whereas on the SF they're kind of scrunched in just a little bit. And to make space for that, they kind of shrunk down the Alt and FN keys and got rid of the Windows key. So you've only got one Windows key over here, whereas you've got two on this one. Typically not a big deal, but the thing that might be a big deal is the slightly smaller Shift key. You can see the size difference between those Shift keys and the scrunched up FN and Alt keys. For most people, that's going to be a good trade-off. They'd rather have the smaller keyboard with the vast majority of the same keys and functions. But for those of you who do want a typical full-size keyboard layout, that might drive you to the Ducky 12 TKL. The other main difference here is going to be price. The TKL retails for $125 in the US, whereas the SF retails for about $109. So there is a $15 surcharge for that TKL. If you're looking for the extra size, I think that's more than worth it. But in my opinion, there is a little bit more value in the SF just because it offers almost all the same functions, but you're saving a little bit of desk real estate. It's not as big, and not to mention you're saving $15 in the process. Some of these comparison videos, there's these huge differences between the switch types and the sizes and all of that. This is much more closer, so it really just depends on how important it is to you to have a full-size layout without a numpad to save some space versus saving even more space and a little bit of money and just kind of having these 3 keys here and those dedicated arrow keys just kind of moved over just a bit. So those are going to be the two main things that you're going to have to choose between when you're trying to figure out which of these keyboards you would like to buy. That's it for this video, guys. If you found it useful or helpful at all, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see other content like this, like stream setup tutorials, product reviews, gaming accessory reviews, anything like that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. YouTube, we'll catch you later.